Hey everybody, Logan here. Yes, I swear it is me. Yeah, the beard's gone, but that's just temporarily. I know, I look weird. It's crazy. It's crazy. But with that being said, this video is beat 'em ups. Not the channel, not Woodhawker. No, we're not talking about him. We're talking about 5 great beat 'em ups for the Nintendo Switch. Yes, these beat 'em ups are on other consoles too. You can get them on PlayStation and Xbox. But personally, I have the Switch versions. So I decided, hey, let's go with these. And I was really thinking about this. I've been thinking about this for a couple days. And I was like, what games do I want to showcase that I think are really good? Some of them you've seen before, some of them you've seen lately. One of them, not that big, not that popular in terms of, coverage or, people talking about it, but it's a solid game. So I've got 5 beat 'em ups. You're going to see a pattern, but stick with me. So this is going to be, like I said, 5 beat 'em ups you must play if you enjoy the genre on the Nintendo Switch.
Welcome to Red Bandana Gaming, the channel where Logan will show you everything from gameplay to gear. Their crew is here to take you on a journey through every atmosphere. Releases to news, you don't have to choose. Red Bandana Gaming is here for you.
Alright, so what I did is I went through my collection and decided, I really like beat 'em ups, but what am I going to pick? And I really had to sit and think, which ones are my favorites? Which ones do I think are the most enjoyable that might appeal to a broad range without, being so obscure. There are a number of obscure ones. I have a couple of weird ones, but they're not that great, but they're all right. They're fun. But I think these were the best. So I'm going to start with, whoops, my stack fell over here. I'm going to start with the latest one as number 5. And that would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection. Normally, in this circumstance, or any other circumstance, this would rank at the top, or next to top. But because it's ones that you can get on multiple platforms and they've been out through the years, this is a solid collection of fantastic beat 'em ups. Even the fighting games, that's why I didn't put this higher, because it does have fighting games on here in the tournament fighters. And I was thinking, but it does have a lot of great ones like Turtles in Time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, Hyperstone Heist, and even the Game Boy ones. Well, the first 2 were beat 'em ups, and the third one was more of a platformer, kind of like a Metroidvania, more like Castlevania type. But this has some some of the best beat 'em ups of all time. So if you haven't picked this up, this is a collector's edition. If you haven't seen my unboxing on it, check that out. I did post that a few days ago. Well, depending on when you're watching this, but this is definitely one that you should pick up. You can pick up the regular version for $39, and it's a steal at that price. So this is the collector's edition, really hard to come by, but I think this is one of the best beat 'em ups. That's why it's listed at number 5 on my list, and you'll see why. So with that being said, that was number 5. Number 4 is one that I consider a sleeper hit. Why? Because not too many people know about it. And if you're familiar with his channel, Matt McMuscles, who does What Happened? I think he had something to do with this game. I'm not sure what he did with it or how he worked on it, but he did have something to do with this game. And that is the Takeover. The Takeover feels a lot like an homage to Streets of Rage meets Final Fight. So it has that feel, that retro feel, but with an art design that is almost reminiscent of the Donkey Kong Country games. It's really cool. You have to play it to understand it. But I think it's a fantastic game. If you like those style of beat 'em ups, if you like those classic style, this is one you definitely need to play. I did cover this on the channel a little while ago. I did an unboxing for this special edition as well as gameplay to give you basically a taste of what the game plays like and looks like. I used her right there. As you can see, she's very well designed. But you have 3 characters very reminiscent of the Streets of Rage characters, and if you play it, you'll really enjoy it if you did like the Streets of Rage / Final Fight games. And I think it's definitely one to pick up. This is another one that you can get on multiple consoles as well, but again, I got it on the Switch. So, with that being said, that kind of leads us into the next one. And the next one is Streets of Rage 4. Yes, I'm pretty sure you could see that Streets of Rage 4 was going to be in this video because it's Streets of Rage 4. If you ever played Streets of Rage 1, 2, or 3, especially 2 being one of the best, this one feels like a modern take on those. Streets of Rage is known for the great gameplay on the Genesis and the fantastic soundtrack, and this does not disappoint in any category. Now, this one I also have the special edition, the Ultra. Well, this is a special. The other one's the big box that come with the statue. Again, another unboxing on the channel. You can go search for that if you want to see that as well. That's the one that comes with, like I said, the statue and some other stuff. But if you haven't picked this up and you like beat 'em ups, you're really missing out. One of the best on the console. Now, so far, all of these I've beaten for the most part. The Ninja Turtles one, I'm working through it currently, and I've beat a few of the games on there, but this one I've already beaten. I've actually beaten it twice, and if you know Lich on the channel, you've been watching, you know him, he's beat it like 100 times. He's got hundreds and hundreds of hours in this game. This is fantastic. Bare Knuckle! Okay, if you know, you know. This is a fantastic game. You must play this if you like beat 'em ups. Next is, well, it speaks for itself. And it's a classic. Originally came out on the PS3 and Xbox 360. And if you haven't played it, what are you waiting for? And that's Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game. If you've never heard of Scott Pilgrim, the most recent thing was the movie. That was like a decade ago. But it's based off comic book. So it's great. It's got a lot of great humor. The gameplay is fantastic. It's made by the company who's made the current Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge. If you haven't played that, this was a big thing. I think it was .emu. I'm pretty sure it's the same company. Don't quote me on the name, but this is a fantastic beat 'em up. If you haven't played it, it's classic. It took them so long to bring it back. Thank you, Ubisoft. But yes, it's a fantastic beat 'em up. It's great gameplay. It feels very retro yet very modern, even though it did come out for the PS3 and 360. My copy, as you can see, is still sealed because I bought it digitally before they announced the physical edition. So I did get this one from Limited Run. Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, you can still get it digitally. I don't know how readily available these were. I'm not sure if this was one that was released, distributed later. I read that it was distributed through Best Buy, but I hadn't seen it anywhere. So don't quote me on that one. I haven't been able to find it. The internet says one thing, yet I've never seen it in any Best Buy. So take that with a grain of salt. But this is definitely one you can still get. You can get it on any platform. It's available on everything right now. If you like beat 'em ups and you like the Scott Pilgrim stuff, this is definitely a pickup. Even if you don't like Scott Pilgrim and you just want another solid beat 'em up, this is great. It's fun. Got a lot of gameplay. Definitely worth picking up. Now, with that being said, we're going to get to number 1. And if you guys know me, and if you've been watching the channel, you can pretty much tell what it is. Why am I taking so long? Because I'm letting it think about it. I'm letting it stir. You're probably thinking, what beat 'em up has he not shown us yet? And that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. The greatest beat 'em up of our generation. Okay, that's debatable. But of the current generation, I think it is the greatest beat 'em up that's come out in a very long time. All the other ones I've said have been fantastic, but this is the best. It's got that retro vibe. It's got that feel of that classic Ninja Turtles. It's solid beat 'em up. Animation looks great. Throwbacks to the original cartoon, and it's very easy to get into, but tough to master. There's so many cool combos and variations and throws and pop-ups that you can do that if you play it enough and you try it enough and you go through it enough, you'll be able to master it. But it takes a lot of work. I've already beaten it twice, and I'm trying to level up all the characters. The only reason I stopped playing this one was to play Cowabunga Collection. So this was my go-to beat 'em up. Now that I've beaten this multiple times, I'm going to continue going through Cowabunga Collection until I beat all the games. But with that being said, that is my number one. My number one! Beat 'em up. So I would definitely recommend those 5. I could have done more. I could have done a lot more. There are so many niche beat 'em ups on the eShop. I have a number of them, but I don't think they're top 5 or top 10 material. I was thinking of doing a top 10, but I'm like, you know what? Top 10s are good, but I like to give you the best, my favorites, I think, and I like doing that top 5. So I was like, you know what? We're going to do a top 5, and you can't go wrong with any of those beat 'em ups. So if you enjoy beat 'em ups, you're going to enjoy those games. So, thank you guys for watching. You know what? If there was a beat 'em up that you enjoy, that you think should have been on this list, drop it in the comments below. And if I haven't played it, you know what? I'll cover it. So, drop it down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video, and don't unsub because my beard's gone. No, I'm not like Samson. Yeah, if you know the reference, just do a little hands up emoji down there. But it'll be back. Don't worry, it'll be back. I promise. It'll be all back, and I won't look weird. But thank you guys so much again. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.